Okay, it's kind of bizarre that the day after Alan Moore said that he's officially retiring, but he's got some other things going on. I'm doing a review of The Killing Joke, which is the most recent DC animated film. Short film, like most of this is like an hour and 20 minutes. So if you don't know what The Killing Joke is, this is the story of how Barbara Gordon went from being Batgirl to Oracle. Yes, this is the one where Joker shoots her. Ironically, he seemed to know where to shoot her in the front to paralyze her. But it's more than just that. It's also trying to drive Jim Gordon crazy. And try and drive Batman crazy as well. All in all, this one was pretty good. I do think their handling of Batgirl was odd. Her relationship with Batman in this film, again, just felt odd. I haven't read that story in quite some time, but I'm not sure if that's specifically how the relationship was. It felt like they tried to nuance it a lot more as it's like, Batgirl, in The Killing Joke. And I also worked in more of the background story of Joker being the Red Hood. So all in all, not a bad one. I do think that it was probably done so they could keep the rights and the story away from Alan Moore. So that was pretty good. Definitely much more on the adult side, because it's a lot more violent than some of the other ones. You have Batgirl beating a guy to a bloody pulp. You've got language is definitely not PG-13. So we'll talk about Alan Moore real briefly. There's a very thin line between genius and madness. Alan Moore pretty much would tear that line to shreds. Depending on what he was writing, it was either brilliant, or you went, this is kind of messed up. Next page. Yeah, this is messed up. Yeah. So we'll discuss briefly his two primary works, and their big screen adaptations. The week before V for Vendetta came out, a buddy of mine gave me the copy of the graphic novel. So after getting home from wrestling, it's like probably 11:39, I started reading V for Vendetta. The next thing I know, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I still have to go to work the next day. I pretty much read it in one sitting. And then when I got home on Tuesday, I then began to read lots of the long note sections that are in there. So I actually kind of read a lot of it again. Was super hyped for the film. Really disappointed in the film. They try to make it more nuanced, more here's how it is for an American audience, but it's a book for the British audience. Why would you Americanize it? You don't need to. Leave Extraordinary Gentleman. Was not a fan of the book. I liked what he did. Taking much literary character, making his own like Victorian era superhero team. I liked that. I thought the film actually I enjoyed. Still weird when you think about a car chase in Venice. I liked the way that the characters were done. I wish it would have made more money, because that could have been a really decent franchise. It would have felt different than other superhero fare, which was why he wrote it. To make a book that was superhero-esque, but not. Watchmen. Watchmen was a struggle to read. Not because it's bad, but because it's dense. There's so much going on. And if you don't read everything, you will get lost very quickly. Because everything builds upon itself. It's like a muffaletta sandwich. You got the bread, you got the meat, you got the tapenade, you have all these individual pieces. If you miss something, it really changed your overall perception of it. That had been said. I thought from a film standpoint, they did the best they could, because there's no way you could have done Swordsmanship justice. No way. You would have had to have done 3 movies, which at the time, no. No one would have taken an unknown product like that and had done several films off of it, knowing that it's a 12-issue contained story. Tweaking the ending, the movie ending works for the movie version. Had they had done the weird exploding alien thing at the end, people would have gone, wait, what? It would have made absolutely no sense. It makes very little sense in the book until you actually read the whole book. They're like, oh, okay, I know why he did it. but tweaking it to be Dr. Manhattan, being the one who does the attack, it works because if you didn't read the book, that would make sense. If you read the book and you kind of go, the book is better. But that version makes more sense. I'm not going to discuss From Hell because I never actually read through the book at all.